Tonight's business report is brought to you by Banks Holdings Limited. Many companies, one goal: excellence.
Commerce Minister Donville Innes has invited the eastern side of Canada to use Barbados as the gateway for trade into the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. He threw out the invitation during a business reception for a trade team from Prince Edward Island, Canada at Champer's restaurant last night. This is the 9th visit for the team, which this time is made up of 10 businesses.
Do not look at just this little 166 square mile as your market, but use it quite rightfully as a gateway to get into the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. And certainly folks like Amber and those who've been instrumental in putting this all together recognize that there have been opportunities in Trinidad and other parts of the Eastern Caribbean that you can take advantage of. And we are always happy by ways to make it happen.
Past president of the Greater Charlottetown Area Chamber of Commerce, Doug Coles, says they've recognized the importance of this side of the world. He says the islands of the Caribbean combined represent a market value of $20 million in merchandise exports alone annually.
That's not soft goods, that's not services such as Brenda's, that's just simple, hard goods. That places the Caribbean in the top 7 of PEI global partners, just shy of some of our major European trading partners.
A human resources expert says one of the biggest mistakes practitioners make is getting the cheapest labor and placing them at the front of their businesses. This is according to the managing director of Caribbean Catalyst, Rosalind Jackson. She says more focus must be placed on the importance of receptionists.
What is fundamentally wrong with that is your receptionist is your director of first impression. And you are taking the cheapest and sometimes scruffiest looking person as your receptionist. In your law practice, your medical practice, or your HR practice, whatever.
Ms. Jackson was part of a panel discussion entitled Roadmap to Success, starting of building a successful practice at the Courtyard by Marriott's last night. It was hosted by Scotiabank Insights. The discussion was geared towards professionals, particularly doctors and lawyers, seeking to build their own practice. CEO of Dowell's Advisory Services, Inc., Oral Dowell, says finance is the foundation of any business and owners must have a basic understanding.
Everything, every action, every decision, every communication, every marketing decision you make is driven and represented through the financial elements of your business. The other adage to that is that, I don't know if you ever heard this here, but if you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. Okay? So don't leave it to your accountant, your bookkeeper, somebody else, and say that's your business. And when the banks call you, not the accountant or whatever, you are babbling. So you need to not be an accountant. That's not what I'm saying you should be. But you need to understand what the numbers mean, how you translate them into layman terms that you can understand it. Cash flow, what comes in, what goes out.
Okay, let's take a look at how stocks traded at selected exchanges across the region.
In Jamaica, Investments Limited was the volume leader with 1,141,499 units. In Trinidad and Tobago, NCB Financial Group Limited was the volume leader with 100,000 shares changing hands, all for a value of $399,000. And here in Barbados, Fortress Caribbean Property Fund Development Fund was the volume leader, trading 8,000 shares at 13 cents each.